All right, let's get right into it. I get asked all the time, how did you do it? How did you develop such a great co-parenting system? I would love to understand like what is it that you guys are doing in order for you both to thrive as well as your kid. And so instead of me having to have the same conversation over and over and over and over again, I decided let's just come up with a video where I can give you 10 tips that I like to follow in order to make this work. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Daddy, just hit record.
Coming in hot at number one is going to be the well-being of the child. You want to make sure that their needs are met, that they're going to be in a system that's thriving, the system that you're going to develop with the other parent. And so the first thing that I want you to focus on is how do I make sure that my child is going to live the best life that they possibly can ever live. And sometimes when you want to do this, you have to put your ego aside with the other person, and so that's totally fine. So let's just focus on how do we make sure that our child is going to live the best life, and from there we're going to then develop everything else. So first thing, focus on your child, not you, not the other person. Just think, can my child be in a thriving situation that they're going to benefit from for the years to come? Number two, we're going to focus now on actually staying and being a part of your kid's life. You want to be an active parent, and what that means is being there when it comes to the sports activity, being there for the parent-teacher conferences, being there as much as you can. Yes, life can be very busy when it comes to work and business and everything in between, but your real main job is being there for your kid. And I know it's not easy. I know it can be hard, especially all of us. We're all trying to be successful. We're always trying to get to that next level. But to be honest, no level means anything without your child. So by all means, be active. Number three, we want to focus on taking care of ourselves. At the end of the day, if you're not happy or if you're not treating yourself good, how in the world can you treat anybody else? And so I want you to have full ability. Feel free, if someone feels some type of way about this, share this video with them. I definitely agree with treating yourself good. Go out there, get your hair done, haircut, go to your facial spa, get a massage, do whatever it takes that gets you to the next day, that makes you happy, because at the end of the day, again, your kid will reflect on it. They will feel that energy from you. You being happy will make your kid happy. You being happy might even make the other person happy or mad, depending on what type of person they are. But if you could be happy, and then hopefully you can make them happy too by sharing this video with them and letting them understand that it's okay to take care of themselves. It's okay for them to go out in this world looking good, being amazing. This will work out for all of us. So by all means, take care of yourself. Let's get to the next one. Number four, we want to go ahead and create that co-parenting game plan. This game plan is not just for the child. This is actually for both parents as well. For the child, we want to be able to think, where do we want our child to be in the next 3 to 5 years? What kind of school they're going to? How do we feel about daycare? How do we feel about parents, our family, our friends? How do we feel about what sports they're going to be into? Let's create a game plan that's going to be beneficial to the child that we both can stick to. We are going to come up with it together, and then we're going to stick to it. Outside of that, we want to come up with a plan of what we want to do in our own lives. We want to be able to say, okay, I want to be able to take X amount of trips. I want to be able to, do this job. I want to go to school. I want to basically accomplish the goals that I have set out. And I think it might make sense to even write what those goals down, just so instead of you having a co-parent that's going against you and is kind of dragging you off of your purpose and off of your path, you can actually have someone that's partnered with you that understand and can be your teammate now. So you can empower them to help you get to the next level, because at the end of the day, when you get there, you're actually taking them with you. And it works both ways. If you're successful, so are they, so are your child. And if they're successful, the same is true for you. So by all means, create a game plan, be very transparent with it, and then move on to the next level. Number five is going to be having effective communication. So there's so many different ways to communicate. You can communicate by text, email, phone, social media, however it works out for you to get to the other person. I think, again, this could be part of the plan in the fifth one, but for you, think about what works for both of you. How should we communicate? Is it better for us to text each other? Can we call each other? Establish what that is. But then once you do establish that, it's really good to be open and transparent about what's going on, especially when it comes to the dealings with your child. Number 6, we want to encourage our children to have a good relationship with the other parent. At the end of the day, that is someone that they should respect, love, and trust, and we want to promote that. We want to be able to put them in a situation where they can have both parents, both perspectives, and develop, a good lifestyle on their own. So the best way to do that is really encourage it, unless the other person is just a terrible person that they should never be around, which hopefully shouldn't be the case if you had a child with them. But hopefully in this situation, they can have both parents, they can learn, they can grow, they can develop and be awesome individuals for this world. Number 7, we want to be able to establish but also respect boundaries. We want to put ourselves in a situation where we both understand the do's and don'ts when it comes to our child, like who they're going to be around, how long they can be out for, like all types of stuff. And we also want to do that with each other. Like, how do we talk to each other? What are some words that we just don't say no matter what? And so when we have those boundaries in place, let's respect them. And it just makes everything so much easier and better for both parents. Number 8, we want to avoid at all costs talking negatively about the other parent. In fact, we want to make sure that they don't hear anything negative about that other parent, not just from us, but even from our family and friends. We don't want to be in a room where we're discussing certain things and then they have to be affected by hearing us say certain things that they're going to remember and sometimes even bring back. So it's always good to just talk about the other parent in a very positive light. If your kid comes to you asking about certain things that might lead to becoming negative, it's better to try to make it as positive as possible, but be honest about it, and that's totally okay. Number 9, we want to be able to have our conversations, at least 95% of them, centered around the child. This way, it just gets us away from running into trouble, bringing up stuff that doesn't matter. We want to just focus on what actually matters, and that's the kid. That's their well-being, their needs, and how we both can contribute to them. Number 10, this is last on purpose because I feel like everything leading to this should be a great exercise for you and the other person in order to create that amazing lifestyle for both of you as well as your child. But in case of you sharing this with them, they didn't want to watch it, they're not listening to anything that you were saying when it comes to developing this amazing co-parenting system, what you probably should do is seek professional help. And by that, you should be able to either talk to a therapist on your own, or if the other person is willing, have a therapist for both of you and even a mediator. And this way you both can hear each other out, you both can come up with different compromises, and then they'll probably listen to this video and hopefully go forward, you guys will develop this amazing lifestyle for your kid that not only they will benefit from, you will also benefit too. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you learned anything from it, let me know in the comments. If you feel like it should have been better, if there's a different order that you think it should be, write that in the comments and I will see you there. So anyways, ciao, see you later.